the headset, took the way in a city where AA ain't the standard of great. Fans sitting back like bro, it burst, but deep down hoping you reverse the curse. Locker room listening, playbook flipped. Players not like this might be legit. Changing the tone, setting the pace, but can you win when the whole world's in your face? Shot it, all eyes on you to fix what's broken. Shot it, lead the star, keep this promise unspoken. You got the reins, our biggest name. Now light that fire, win the game. Shot it, it's your time to stake your claim. Jerry's in the box, fans on the thread. Cowboys nation living in what's been said. New culture, new voice, we've heard it before, but maybe this time it's something more. No more safe plays, no more stalls, just grill on the field and guts in the calls. It ain't easy wearing this crown. One wrong move, the world tears you down. Shot it, all eyes on you to fix what's broken. Shot it, lead the star, keep his promise unspoken. You got the reins of the biggest name. Now light that fire, won the game. Shot it, it's your time to stake your claim. This ain't just a team, it's a symbol.
May I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to cancel my mail.
There's nothing wrong with it. Just own it. Just own it.
Oh, no. I don't think you get me. I want out. Permanently.
What are we doing? Where are you going at 6 o'clock in the morning that you gotta ride my, you know what?
I'll handle this, Violet. Why don't you take your 3-hour break?
Mailmen do it better. Rain or shine, I bring that pressure. Mailmen do it better. Roots in the street, them routes on your header. From the toast to the podcast, no off-day vibes. Game time, playing, man, I always deliver live. Mailmen do it better. Work boots on with their Cowboys pride.
Post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.
All right, so that's the weather.
Ross Tucker joining us here.
That's the weather that Christian Parker brought with him. What are we getting here? That's why we brought you here ahead of Dan Patrick stealing you from us. What are we getting from Christian Parker? Somebody who everybody seems really, really excited about him coming into Dallas and taking over as coordinator here for the Cowboys.
Well, it's interesting because calling the Eagles preseason game and doing some other work for the team, I feel like I know most of the coaches, and I talk with most of the coaches. For whatever reason, I never really got a chance to talk with Christian. I think usually because he was doing stuff with the players. Like pregame warm-ups is when I'll usually talk to these guys, but he's like throwing the ball to Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean and those guys. So I never really got a chance to know him as a guy, but those guys rave about him. What I like about it from a Cowboys perspective is it's a little bit of a brain drain from the Eagles. Like Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, both first-team All-Pro, by the way, they rave about Christian Parker. So you probably, at a minimum, you made the Eagles a little bit weaker, right? I mean, it's a little bit of a body blow, at least, to take away, one of Vic Fangio's trusted lieutenants who the players seem to like, and not just like, but the players feel like he helped them out quite a bit. And they swear by him, and they even said that on social media. I'm sure you guys have talked about that. The other thing is, Vic Fangio is pretty much universally considered like the best defensive coordinator out there. If you talk to Kyle Shanahan or Sean McVay, there's obviously really people are complimentary of what Brian Flores has done and Jesse Minter and Mike McDonald up in Seattle, but Vic Fangio is kind of like the godfather. So to get someone that's been around Vic, the last couple years is also awesome. I will say this, though. You don't really know how a guy is going to be calling it until he does it. Like all this stuff sounds great, but that's also like, Sean sitting next to RJ while RJ's winning, the Madden championship. That's great that Sean's RJ's buddy and can be part of it, but that doesn't mean if RJ hands the sticks to Sean that Sean's all of a sudden going to be like a Madden champion. That's not how it works.
But the league tries to force that, right? They do that with everybody who's a Sean McVay disciple and, obviously here. So knowing that, when can you tell through the progression of somebody's assistant coaching career that guy's going to be a good head or a good coach, good coordinator, good head coach. When can you tell as a player that this guy's just different?
So I would say you can tell when a guy has the ability in front of the room to command the room. You know, I remember
that's
John
big,
Gannon,
everybody. That's big.
I would say 3 minutes into my first production meeting with him, I was like, well, this guy's going to be a head coach. He was just that impressive. You know, he was just that engaging and dynamic, and the way he presented himself was that impressive. Now, he went to Arizona, and he's fired already. You know, or, I mean, I think Josh McDaniels has had a lot of success. He was the OC when I was with the Patriots, but it hasn't worked out for him as a head coach. You know why? Because it's a different skill set. Right. McDaniels is excellent at game planning, excellent at even being in front of the room. He doesn't do a good job with the culture of the entire organization and the culture of the entire team. So
basically, that's well said, and we'll touch on that. I want to just cover the NFL as we see it. Tuesday, 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is set. I don't know that anybody's excited about this Super Bowl. It's kind of a crappy Super Bowl, to be honest with you. But Ross Tucker brings up a good point. Really, all depends on Christian Parker. What we know about him is he can command a room. When he speaks, people listen. We know that he was integral in drafting Kenyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. He was the one standing on the table saying, I need these guys. They hit on both. He coached them. So we can only hope that we get similar success now with him calling the defense, which we're going to get into that. What kind of defense does he like to play? And it's interesting to me because there's two schools of thought, right? We saw the defense we had last year, right? Playing soft zone, giving big time cushion out there. We saw that. That did not work. Now, there's two different types. You have a Brian Flores defense, right? Well, they will show you something before the snap, and then at the snap, they will hurry up and switch, which is kind of harder to do. A lot of times you'll see Brian Flores, you'll have guys shoot down to the line of scrimmage, acting like they're going to blitz. And then at the snap, they're turning their hips and they're sprinting 20, 30 yards back to an area, to a zone, and they'll bring a blitz from the edge or something else. That's a little bit more, you need to make sure everybody's on the right page. Timing is everything. Christian Parker brings something different. He shows a vanilla look at the line of scrimmage. What does vanilla means? Basic. Now, what we do know, he likes to play too deep. He doesn't give up anything behind him. But everything else is up for grabs. He shows base, whether it's a 3-4 base, whether it's a 5-man line base. And then at the snap, they're not like sprinting. He will show base, and then right before the snap, they will move. And it really does throw. You just look at that's the Fangio defense, right? That's the Fangio defense. So we don't know how he's going to call plays. We're not here to say he's going to be dynamic. We do know that some people are better coordinators than coaches, right? Ross Tucker, ex-Cowboy, ex-Eagle, ex-Bill, ex-Redskin, Patriot, and on and on. He basically said, we don't know yet, but he can command the room. I think he'll be fine as a coordinator. You see in Philly, Sirianni only called plays briefly. That was a disaster. They're not even thinking of him being the play caller. He's more of an overseer of everything. And then they have Big Dom overseeing him to make sure he's not a buffoon. But he wins, or he did win. I don't know that he's going to win anymore. It seems like this some dysfunction going on, but we'll see. I mean, I could be wrong. Nobody seems to want to be the offensive coordinator, and we'll get into that. I'm not going to lead off with that. We're going to talk about everything. I think I put the link in the, if anybody wants to join. Let me look here. Yeah, I did. Members only lunchtime chat. It's there if anybody wants to hop in, if anybody wants to add anything. But let's get to the chat real quick. We got Chris, Retro Gaming Grub and Cowboys. What's up, Chris? We got Dirty Sanchez. What's up, man? Primetime Phil. What's up, everyone at work? Now went to put on some music and saw Time Brother was doing a lunchtime chat. Yes, my man. We have heard from Primetime Phil. We have heard, and a little birdie said we will be doing a show this weekend. So stay tuned on that. Draft news incoming, I'm sure. State of the team. It's been so long that it'll be nice being able to talk to Prime Time and see what he thinks about all this. Because he's always usually brings up something that I don't think of necessarily, or it gives you the other side of a coin perspective, which I like. I think we work well together. Arturo Gomez, what's up, brother? Vinny, are you at work? Vinny, West Virginia country boy. It's still ice station 0 here, brother. It is ice everywhere. I didn't even go outside. I'm back to work tomorrow, everybody. I'm working inside Wednesday and Thursday, and then my 3-day weekend. So go figure. I was waiting for the Godfather to get a hold of me. We may do a live stream later, so stay tuned on that. Comic Flick Fusion, what's up, brother? Yeah, I'm warm. I got my heavy. This is heavy. This is heavy NFL gear staple. It's my staple hoodie, really heavy. So I'm actually a little warm right now. Got me a little hot toddy, but it's with ice in it. Who else we got? What's up, Jimbo? What's up, Jimbo? It's nasty here, brother. Not good. Not good at all. B Dunk, how are you, my friend? Michael Rizzo. People here in Buffalo are not happy with the Brady hire. More to come on that. Yeah, Brady. Again, I kind of think you should have stayed with McDermott. I liked Sean McDermott. I thought he was a winner. It's not easy to win a Super Bowl in this league. Again, I really wish Buffalo was in there this year. This is almost unwatchable for me. I have to be honest with you. Everybody's talking Seattle. Seattle's a mid-team, everybody. They're not a great football team. They're not great at all. Sorry, they're not. They're home. They're a good home team. They're not a great football team. But DeMarcus Lawrence will get a Super Bowl, hopefully, because we can't afford to have New England to get a 7th. That's nuts. Who else we got in here? Prime time. Bobby Murphy, what's up, brother? Where you been? It's been a long time. Christian Parker will be the new scapegoat for when Dak chokes again. There we go. Negativity at its best. Bobby, when he confuses your boy, we'll see, right? Oh, yeah.
0 TDs and focus.
Incoming. Nobody wants to coach his ass.
Eagle fans gotta hate it.
Oh, yeah.
Overrated.
Oh, he overrated.
The team is a wreck. Fans are stressing. Game day. How the hell you throw?
That's just for you, Bobby.
The same way.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn. This one hurt. You should have threw the ball
In the dirt.
Steady doing the other team.
Anyway, LP Shorty, what's up, brother? LP Shorty, game time, not exciting game at all. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it at all. Clemente, what's up? Nick is better than McDermott. That's embarrassing. Sorry, Drew. That's an embarrassing statement. He's a better what? Clipboard holder? McDermott calls the defense. Nick, they won't let him anywhere near the offense, man. Come on. That's just embarrassing. Bobby Dak does suck. Breaking news, Big Dom promoted as Eagles offensive coordinator. There you go, Big Dunk. Big Dom, mate. They would rather give it to Big Dom over They would rather give it to Big Dom over Nick Sirianni. They want him no part of calling plays. He was a disaster when he did it early. I believe he did it year one with the Eagles, and then they had to switch really quick. It was how sick is Sean Payton for not kicking the ball for 3? Yeah, Clemente, not good, brother, not good at all. But we'll see. Let's go around the league here with the NFL. Eagles set up in-person interview with Sean Mannion for offensive coordinator. Let's give you a little background on Sean Mannion. They're getting closer, everybody. A guy who wants the job. They're bringing in a Packers quarterback coach, Sean Mannion, for an in-person interview. This will be Mannion's second interview with the club, as he previously met virtually with the Birds. Mannion, only 33. Oh, my God, he's only 33. He just finished his first year as Green Bay's quarterback coach, having replaced the legendary Tom Clements. It was the second year with the Packers staff as he served as an offensive assistant in 2024. A Rams third-round pick in 2015. Wow. Mannion served as backup for the franchise for his 4 seasons, then bounced to the Vikings, Seattle, and the rest of his career. Mannion appeared in a total of 14 games, 3 starts, thrown for 573 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 picks. There you go. Odds are that's your new offensive coordinator, Sean Mannion. Sean Mannion. Are we building statues yet, or are we going to wait a little bit? Bills promote Joe Brady from offensive coordinator to head coach. That was a joke, if you ask me. It's a big-time joke. Joe Brady, he can't capture a room, like, in my opinion, like Sean McDermott could. So the Cooper Kupp admits he committed cardinal sin by reaching ball on the 3rd down. Listen, Cooper Kupp, you and tired legs can go take a long walk off a short pier. I'm not looking forward to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl sucks, okay? Just to let you know. Super Bowl sucks. I guess go tired legs. All right, I guess. Look at all the coaches Dak has gotten fired. Yeah, take a long walk. Nobody's talking about Dak. What's up, Drew? What's up, brother? Nick Sirianni is not a very knowledgeable, schemed coach. He relies too much on surroundings. Coach. Well, listen, he's an overseer, right? So, that's what he is. He doesn't really call anything. They kind of like him because he lets the front office do what they want. When they're winning, everything's good. When they're losing, hold your breath. Flip Shelton says, go D-Law. You know what it was? Maybe, Flip, I took the whole D-Law thing out of context. D-Law and Micah had a thing, right? So I guess if I have to pick between D-Law and Micah, give me D-Law, right? But D-Law was the one that said he was tired after the playoff loss. Ernesto, what's up, Brian, from a chilly California? Oh yeah, you're hurting out there in Cali. You're hurting out there in Cali. I find it funny that anybody who brings the up Dak out of the middle of nowhere, I mean, he must be living rent free in all your heads. That even the Cowboy fans sitting there making a video, and you just want to talk about Dak Prescott. Whatever, talk about him. Drew, I am working on a project here. There are no Fangio defenses in college. I'm trying to find QB, safeties, linebackers that run, match up 3 field covers and linebackers. NAD5, what's up? Member for 3 months. Go Patriots. Yeah, again, so you want the Patriots to go to 7. That means they extend that much further than you, right? How many does the Niners have? 4? How many Niners have? 4 or 5? Let me look. Five. You got 5. All right, so you're tied with us. You got 5. 82, 85, 89, 90, and 95. So you got 5. They did reach in 2013, 2020, and 2024, losing in all 3. Eeh, ouch, yikes. Niners have 5. Yes, thank you, Chris. Thanks, brother. Game time. Me and Ultra was talking about strawberry daiquiri. We love Dak in Philly. Yeah, great. You guys should get a room together and just talk Dak Prescott. Sounds like fun. ESPN. Commanders obviously hired Jones, Durante Jones. That's fine. I mean, he was my I don't know. He was my 3rd pick. I wanted Jim Leonard, but something tells me Leonard's staying, obviously. What's going on with Jim Leonard? Does anybody know? Game time, I need an apprentice. What do you do? What do you do, Bruce? How about my son? Can my son come? He's an electrician. That's what he's looking to do. Rooms are all reserved for Brian and Mark. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, Ultra. I tread lightly, brother. All of a sudden, you're starting your shit again. You're fine for about a month, and then you get out of line. Mark's not on the channel. You talk to me. Seahawks favored over Pats for Super Bowl. The Seattle will be favored over New England for Super Bowl LX, and no matter who wins. 3.5-point favorite. Seattle opened a 3.5-point favorite quickly before jumping to 4.5. So Seattle's a 4.5-point favorite. I don't even know if it's going to be that close. I really don't. Cowboys interview. Okay, looks like Dallas is going to add. White Cotton's gone. Looks like they're going to add another Eagle. Looks like they're adding another Eagle. So I don't know much about him. Marcus Dixon, he was at Minnesota Vikings, 41, spent the last 2 seasons helping Flores elevate the defense. So additionally, as Dallas begins to the review of its defensive assistants, coaches, they formally interview Ronell Williams, also hoping to poach him from the Philadelphia Eagles as they successfully stole Parker away from. Williams has served as the Eagles' assistant linebackers coach in 2024, previously their nickel cornerback coach in 2023. I started off the channel with Mark Combs and introduced me to Game Time. Thank you, Arturo. I appreciate that. Momo will be there in a French-made costume, ass out. Yeah. Real nice, Drew. Real nice, brother. That's class act. You're a class act. I started off my channel. I really do appreciate that, Arturo. I do. I do appreciate that. But looking at some of the around the league here, will Travis Kelce retire? I don't really know. The Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce has not yet made it clear whether or not he intends to retire or return to the 2026 season. Kelce is expected to make his intentions clear sooner rather than later. He should just retire. He's getting ready to get married. He's 36 years old. Patrick Mahomes will not be there. Game Time, you guys say that the Eagles culture is not good, but Parker is trying to take from the Eagles championship. You're losing. You're losing anything that's good. Everybody's leaving. Nobody wants to come there. You tell me what's wrong. You guys are choosing. I told you what the issue was. You should have let Sirianni go, and that may have allowed. And listen, you can't keep people forever. You know, we had Tony Wise back in the day as an offensive line coach. We had Hudson Houck. Let him go. At some point, you got to move on because you need to bring in an offense that works for Jalen Hurts or get a new quarterback. Highest paid offense was not very good this past year. It's not going to magically get good by getting rid of A.J. Brown. It's not going to magically get better, right? So my question to you is, what's the issue in Philly, honestly? Like, just take a step back from being a fan and say, well, why? What's going on? Why did we underperform so bad, losing in a playoff at home by a touchdown as a touchdown favorite to a bad 49er team? Why? I love the legendary offensive line. Yeah, Tony Wise was the best, but Hudson Houck was great too, and we let him go. And, I don't understand why that we let him go, but at the end of the day, time moves on. It appears that nobody wants to come to Philly to work with a guy who, like Hudson Houck. Jeff Stoutland and Nick Sirianni, unless you're a desperate young coach. Game time. So the Eagles' core is not still intact. You won 11-5 in a really bad division this year. I think, in my opinion, you definitely won't be the favorite to win the division. I don't know who will. I'm not saying you're not still talented, but what makes you think it's all of a sudden going to click? I mean, you probably won't have AJ, so you have a Saquon Barkley that's a year older. So you tell me, how are you going to get better? Jalen's going to get better? Jalen was not good this year. Game time is reaching big time. No, I'm not. You're just in your own little bubble, you and your buddies. You're in a bubble of we are this, we are that. You saw what happened. You're seeing it play out in front of your head. Nobody wants to be the offensive coordinator. Is it the quarterback or is it the organization? I don't know. People are bailing out. Mike McDaniel bailed. I mean, it's a fair question. I mean, why does nobody want the job? Why does nobody want the job? It's very, hold up, I'm getting a text. We can break them down one by one. I was going to do a video. Let's go down the list here. As of January 2026, the Philadelphia Eagles have experienced significant difficulty in filling their offensive line position, with several candidates withdrawing. Let's start it off, Drew. Let's see why everybody's not running to this championship culture. Coaches and candidates who have turned down or withdrawn from consideration for the Eagles' job include Charlie Weiss Jr. That would have been a good pick. Charlie Weiss Jr., LSU offensive coordinator, reported as a top target, who interviewed for the position but turned it down to remain with Lane Kiffin. That's a stretch. Turned it down to remain with Lane. Declan Doyle, didn't know much about him, but he was with Ben Johnson, Chicago Bears passing game coordinator / tight ends, withdrew. Again, it's not like he didn't get the job. He withdrew to remain with the Bears. Bobby Slowick, Miami Dolphins senior passing game coordinator, had discussions with the Eagles, but chose to stay with the Dolphins. Now, let's stop there. The most talented offense pay money-wise in the league, the Philadelphia Eagles, and you got coaches not wanting to come. Why? I'm not saying anything negative. I'm asking a question. Why is it? All these guys are frauds? I mean, what's the reason? Game time, just answer me the question. Listen, you answer me the question, brother. It's my show. Answer me the question. Does a coaching in Philadelphia demand high expectations? Yes or no? Anything is a high expectations. You're hired to be fired, man. Drew, we got 5 Super Bowls. Yeah, again, these are facts, man. It doesn't matter. That's just a fact. Thank you, West Virginia. You can't really worry about what happened. You got to worry about what's going to happen, right? There's excitement around Dallas. We'll see what they do. I don't know what they're going to do, but what I do know, what we just saw. But just answer me why there's no coaches. That's an honest answer. Nobody wants to coach there. Let's go on to the next guy. So right now we're through 3. You got Charlie Weiss Jr., Declan Doyle, Bobby Slowick, who turned you down to go with Miami, who stinks, right? Miami Dolphins. How many wins did Miami Dolphins have this year? Let's look here. Let's just look. Miami Dolphins. They were 7-10. So they were the Dallas Cowboys this year. Dallas, you know. So that's who they were. Yet he chose to go back there. Not real sure why. Mike McDaniel, Philly 500's guy, former Dolphins head coach, offensive mind, early target who took the Chargers offensive coordinator job instead. Again, instead of coming to Philly, a team, if they were, the best way to get a job is to win a Super Bowl, right? The best way to get a head coach, which is what he wants, is to come to Philly, right? If you're listening to some people, you will say, well, you got to come to Philly because it's going to get me a head coaching job. Now he went to the Chargers. Not sure what happened. Zach Robinson, former Falcons offensive coordinator, took the offensive coordinator job in Tampa instead. Just very, I know he was high on their list. Mike Kafka, that guy makes a lot of sense, right? Mike Kafka, he played for the Birds. Mike Kafka, former Giants offensive coordinator, interim head coach, joined the Lions staff. He's not the offensive coordinator. He turned down an offensive coordinator job with the Eagles to be on the staff of the Detroit Lions. Don't understand. Brian Daboll, former Giants head coach, interviewed but was viewed as pursuing the Bills head coaching job and is expected to join the Tennessee Titans if not hired in Buffalo. Did Brian Daboll get a job? Maybe you could still get Brian Daboll. He's still out there. Clayton Adams' interview was blocked by the Cowboys. It's interesting that they reached out to Dallas to see if Adams, who did not call plays in Dallas, Adams said, no, thank you. I like it where I'm at. Again, if it's such a winning situation, why aren't coaches dying to go? These are all valid questions. This isn't a troll. These are factual things that are happening right in front of us. And now we're hearing that the Eagles are going to hire who? Who are they hiring? Sean Mannion. There you go. So it's just interesting right now. Philly fans swear they're running a dynasty. Yeah, they're not running a dynasty. They're a very well-run organization that won 2 Super Bowls and is now experiencing the hard part of doing that. Game time, what the expectations of those franchises? Everybody's expectation is to win a Super Bowl, Drew. That's the expectation. Miami, they think they're going to win a Super Bowl. No? What do you think, Drew? I mean, what do you think your expectations are? Thank you. Everybody wants to win, right? There seems to be an issue. That's all I'm saying. There seems to be something going on. No? B Dunk, that's how you spell his name. See how game time. I said they want to win a Super Bowl. I answered the question. Because I don't answer it with the answer you want to hear? You take a job to win a Super Bowl to think that you have the best chance of winning. That's the idea. The people want to come and get a job so they can win. No? I mean, what is the answer if I'm wrong? Jimbo, I'm not saying you're doomed. I just want to ask a real question. You can't have it both ways, right, Jimbo? You can't say we're the gold standard, and yet nobody wants to come there and coach with. I'm asking the question: is it Nick Sirianni? Is it Jalen Hurts? Is it because a team think that you can't win with Jalen? Is it Nick? Is it the structure? Is it Jeff Stoutland, which I brought up 2 weeks ago? That's a fair question. You should be able to ask fair questions. Why aren't coaches coming to Philly? Drew says high expectations in Philly. Right. Exactly. But don't you want to get a win as an offensive coordinator? Look what Kellen Moore did. He came from a highly visible organization, went to Philly, won a Super Bowl, now is a head coach. That's the way to get head coaching gigs. They all think they can run a franchise, right? So unless they don't think they can win a Super Bowl in Philly. I don't know. I'm asking you, is that a possibility? Is that a possibility, Drew, that they don't want to, that they want to win a Super Bowl? Jaquan White, the Eagles' job comes with a lot of, first, the crazy fans, and then the stupid Philly media. At the end of the day, the coaches probably don't want to deal with all that. Jaquan White, then why even take an interview, right? I don't know the answer. That's okay. That's possible. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I mean, I want an honest to God what the F is going on. You know, listen, Dallas has had 4 defensive coordinators in 4 years. So I'm not telling you that they made the right choice, but from all intents and purposes, after the first interview, they got the guy they wanted. Dave Thompson, every team has high expectations. 10th coaches just got fired. Exactly. That's a wonderful point. Every team in the league wants to win. Looks like Jim Schwartz is going to probably be the head coach. Again, that's not a very, in my opinion, not a very telltale, sign of a winning organization of the Cleveland Browns when you wait a month from the end of the season almost, right? To still not have a head coach and leak out, oh, well, we'll probably just go with Jim Schwartz. You got to show a vote of confidence and say, no, we want Jim Schwartz, right? That's what you would think. Bleed, Lundell is interviewing for the Steelers offensive coordinator position with Big Mike. Good. And I expected Big Mike to take from us as well. So we're going to have a lot of questions as well. I'm on The Athletic, everybody. I'm going to pull this up. Just asking questions. I don't have the answers necessarily, but that's why we ask them to you guys. Jimbo, Game Time, I'm actually agreeing with you. Yeah, I know you are. I'm not trying to be negative towards the Birds. I'm just really asking questions. If it was Dallas listen, guys, put yourself in my situation. I know we haven't won a Super Bowl in a while, so, we're way down here. But if Dallas was doing the same thing and everybody was turning away from us saying, no, thank you, right? I mean, we would be the butt of jokes. It is what it is. The Cowboys mock draft defensive talent gap too big to ignore first with 2 first-round picks. Again, you know where I stand. I want to hit free agency hard, everybody. I do. I want to hit free agency hard, and then I want to follow that up with trying to get Caleb Downs if he drops into that 8 area. I don't care. Give me the best player, arguably a top 5 player in the top 3 player in the draft, 3 to 5. I want him. So, but anyway, Dane Brugler, I like Dane. Recently published his latest mock, and he has us taking Sonny Styles at 12th. Okay, we talked about it. Cowboys defense was so bad in 2025 that any position makes sense. That's what's beautiful right now. We'll see what happens after. Free agency. I don't know. Ultra did bring up linebacker maybe a smokescreen. I kind of agree with him a little bit. I do agree with him that the smokescreen thing may be in play. To me, linebacker is the easiest position to be able to fill, right? Sonny Styles, 6'5", 243. I don't think he's anywhere near 20. Drew, I just don't. I'm not saying, anything can happen, I guess, but I don't think he drops to 20. 6'5", 243. I don't think Eagles should go for a linebacker first round anyway. You're probably letting Dean go because you're already paying 2 linebackers, Sorry, I'm texting. You got Reuben Bain. He's off the board. See, he's got Caleb Downs 3 picks before Dallas. Like I said, guys, let me pull up my draft chart. Well, they have us taking him, and then Avion Terrell. I'm not as big on Terrell as Dane is. He's the draft guy, so I'll defer to him. Smaller guy. Physical, though. But that's assuming we don't address. I would rather go with probably McCoy or Delane if we're going that direction, then come back with Allen or Messidor. That's just me. I'm getting two. I'm getting two linebackers from free agency. So I'm probably not in the market for a linebacker at 12. That's just me. Linda Connors, I said Matt Nagy is the front runner. Philly has 15 prospective coaches. I like Matt Nagy, I guess. I don't know. Do we like Matt Nagy? Linda, I think that's who it will be. Do we like Matt Nagy? I mean, he was the head coach in Chicago. I mean, what kind of offense does Matt Nagy run? I guess let's look. Matt Nagy offense. Matt Nagy is an experienced coach. He was Kansas City offensive coordinator from 2023 to 2025 with the Bears from 2018 to 2021. His offenses have generally ranked in the middle of the pack, averaging 19th in yards and 18th in points over his career, with the notable exception of 2017 Chiefs. System philosophies from Matt Nagy, rooted within the Andy Reid coaching tree. Nagy's offense emphasizes quick passing, spacing, pre-snap movement to create matchups. You guys like that? Role in Kansas City after returning to the Chiefs, he functioned as a senior assistant. Yada yada. Play calling and execution. While Reid is the primary play caller with the Chiefs, Nagy assisted in translating one word, yada yada. Bears, Chiefs. As a head coach, he was 34-31 with 2 playoff appearances, though his offense struggled, ranking 29th, 26th, and 24th in yards with the Bears. So, let's see here. Boom, boom. So it's not really a great resume for calling plays. That's a little concerning if you're going with Matt Nagy. I mean, 26, 24, 23. What I will give you, Linda, is that he will be coming into a situation where the Eagles have a lot of talent, assuming AJ's staying, right? If everybody can come together and AJ stays and the media and the rumors subside and they can make everybody happy, make AJ happy. Assuming AJ stays, is that okay? Matt Nagy. I thought Jim Bob Cooter would be a better guy to have. That's just me. Mahomes probably elevated Nagy's numbers a little bit. Dave, yeah, I don't know. Ultra says Joe Brady is better than Shoddy, does more with less. Now he got Allen. Game time, another Andy Reid disciple, Super Bowl. But I just said, as far as when he called plays on his own with the Bears, he was 26, 24, and 23rd. Now, we could say talent level, right? I mean, he had, I don't know, did he have Swift? I don't think so. Brian, I don't care at this point. I want an OC. Yeah, and you should. Nobody's saying, at this point, you need to get an offensive coordinator. You got the East-West Shrine game coming up. You got the Senior Bowl. You need to get an offensive coordinator here. Stat. Game time. Who is saying AJ's leaving? Tell us your sources. It's all over the sources. It's all over. He requested a trade 3 times. Just look up any Eagles website, the local beat writers, the sports writers. In season, he requested a trade 3 times. So AJ Brown is staying, says D'Angelo. Facts. Facts what? NAD 5. AJ is 1,000% gone. I agree with you. So when we'll see. If I'm right, then I'd like for people to say, you called it early. If I'm wrong, then, I always own up to it. Game time according to who? The internet? No, it's called the .com crew, like Jim McMullen and all those guys. I mean, they're not there for ratings. They cover the team. So, I could pull up the facts if you want. Joseph Santoliquito of the Bleeding Green Nation reported that the Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown requested a trade multiple times during the 2025 season. The reports indicated these requests began as early as week 3, following the team's victory over the Rams, driven by frustration with his role and team performance. Sources: Joe Santoliquito, he's a writer for Bleeding Green Nation. Again, deeper dive. Despite those reports, Brown and team have at times indicated a commitment to remain together. So that's where the original report came from. Confirmation of the report. The report has been widely circulated by other media outlets, but some national reporters have noted the difficulty in confirming the rumor through official channels, as Eagles general manager Howie Roseman has publicly downplayed trade possibilities, which is smart because you lower his value as soon as you do that. The original story can be found on the Bleeding Green website. Why would he want out of Philly? Frustration with his role in the offense, reduced production, and apparent tension with quarterback Jalen Hurts and the coaching staff. Pretty much all of the above. So my guess is if you bring in an offensive coordinator that brings everybody back together, maybe he'll stay. It's possible. I would say try and get a younger player. Maybe get a draft pick. There's 3 really good wide receivers. Mekhi Lemon may fall to you in around 23. Get yourself another draft pick or a player and get a Mekhi Lemon. I like him. You guys, would you be interested in that? Bleeding Green Nation, that makes a legit. Well, it's an Eagles website. They're an Eagle fan station. That's where it originated from. You can't just poo-poo everything because you don't agree with it, right? Did you not see the antics? It's obvious he wants out. You can't say, now, that doesn't mean Howie's going to trade him, but do you want a disgruntled player? We've already been down that road, right, with T.O. You had a dynamic receiver who you couldn't get along with, right? That you've already been there. You hope that you could change it, but A.J. Brown is not a Terrell Owens either. They're both whacked in their own ways, like most diva receivers. What are the implications of trading AJ? Eagles will incur a massive dead cap charge of approximately $43.5 million. The result would be a negative cap savings of around $20 million compared to his plan. That's before June 1st. A post-June 1, it's a lot more edible. The Eagles would face more manageable dead cap, approximately $16.3 million, resulting in about a $7 million cap savings for the year. The remaining dead money would count towards 2027, which is about $27 million. So it does make it tough. I'm not going to lie, but they better make him happy because it's just going to get. As a Cowboy fan, I'm good either way because if he stays and you get any sort of result like you had this year, it's just going to blow up again, right? So we're kind of like, hey, it is what it is, right? It is true, Nat 5. AJ wants out, but will they allow him to get out? He doesn't want to be there anymore. So, but just because you don't want to be there, but Howie's not going to come out. Now, let's talk about this. Howie's not going to come out and say, yeah, we're trading him because it plummets his value. Maybe they can get a team. I don't know how that works. If they can get a team to take some of that. I don't think they can. Kevontae Turpin added to his third straight Pro Bowl. I don't know about you, but that's like putrid to me. The fact that he's going to make a Pro Bowl with that year that he had, he stunk this year, Kevontae Turpin. He does not deserve a Pro Bowl. Just my opinion. But let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys coaches that they have let go. White Cotton, gone. He's going to be the work with Tennessee Titans. I don't think he's going to be the D coordinator, though. He's only going to be the run game coordinator in Tennessee. So it's not like he's getting the defensive coordinator job with Tennessee. The Cowboys confirm he's departing after just one season in North Texas following his duties as defensive coordinator. An Eberflus addition in 2025, White Cotton helped grease the path for the addition of three-time Pro Bowler Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams. In seeking a replacement for White Cotton, the potentials are Parker. Obviously, Marcus Dixon will probably be the guy. Additionally, the Cowboys have opted to part ways with three defensive position coaches. Unlike White Cotton, will be free agents. David Overstreet, defensive pass game, Andre Curtis, and Dave Borgonzi. We knew he was gone. So these were all Flus's guys. So there's a lot of that's going on right now. I don't go on his channel asking about Cowboys either. That's stupid. Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. Logan, I don't go out of Philly 500 to ask about the Cowboys. White Cotton doesn't fit Christian Parker's scheme, says Clemente. Jimbo, West Virginia, 100%. Ultra, where has that straw been? I'm getting sick again, guys. Ultra, the truth is game time wants the Eagles to fall and grasp Mr. Strauss. Want them to fall? They fell on their own, brother. That's not the truth. I'm not rooting for the Birds, obviously. I'm a Cowboy fan, but I have enough to worry about. I don't care if the Eagles fans stay or go. Why the hell are they coming out to a Cowboy channel asking questions? Oh, I brought up, thank you, brother. I brought it up because nobody wants to be the offensive coordinator of the Eagles. That's all. They're down to their fifth and sixth choice. People are backing out. I ask a question. It's a fair question. And we're not getting any answers. We're just getting excuses. We're getting all excuses. The easy way out. Sometimes you got to just be realistic here. You got to, there's something that's there that's going on, right? There's some sort of cancer right now. You got to cut it out. Where's the cancer? All right, let's see here. We're doing a little mock before I get out of here. A little mock. Mendoza, every time I see this, I get sick. Keldrick Falk is not going number 2. All right? It's not happening. But you never know. He is a big boy. Keldrick Falk is a big boy. 6'5", 288. But, I don't know. Arvell Reese, 3. Ruben Bain. The Giants go and get Carnell Tate. So, Carnell Tate, interesting. Very interesting. You would think they would go out and get the best offensive lineman there. This is where I think yet another mistake is made. I love Tate. I do. But if you're trying to keep and I don't know. I have a sneaky suspicion that it will be an offensive lineman here. It'll be the Miami offensive lineman, Francis Muagoa. That's who I'm thinking. Or Spencer Fano, one of those two. I would go Muagoa, but we'll see. Caleb Downs in this particular goes 6. That would suck. We can't move up to 6. Jordan Tyson goes to the Commandos. David Bailey, Jeremiah Love. I don't know that the Chiefs will take Love. I know we keep hearing they were burned with that. Maybe they go with an offensive lineman. Peter Woods, all of a sudden now Peter Woods is flying up. He's flying up. Everybody's bored. He was the guy I was saying if he's there at 12, he might be the best player on the board. Now, in this scenario, of course, you're looking at Lemon, right? Mekhi Lemon, 5'11", 190. I like him, but is Dallas going to take him? Probably not. Mansour Delane, 6'1", 187. That would probably be their guy with McCoy off the board, 5'11", 193. Sonny Styles, Avion Terrell, Lone. Let's look at the trade down offers. I'm not dropping the 34, 60. Now that would actually be pretty good, but I'm not dropping out of the first round. So we're going to reject that. 24, 39, and 70. You give up 12. I like that. I'm going to take it. Sorry, everybody. I'm taking it. So, we'll see who's there, Lemon gone, Styles gone, Delane gone, Terrell gone. All right. So we're not going to do any more trading. Eagles want to come up. Who's there? We got Fano, Sadiq, Proctor, Banks, C.J. Allen. Well, I'm going to stick and pick. I'm not trading with the birds. Sorry, guys. I'm going to take C.J. Allen here, assuming. Well, let's see who else we got. So what do we got? We got 20 and 24. Brandon Cisse is an option too. So I want to go C.J. Allen, get the linebacker there. Eagles take Sadiq. I told you that would be a hell of a pick for the birds if they get Sadiq. 28 and 69. Ooh, should I go 28 and 69? My picks. I got 24, 39, and 70. Ooh, I don't know. So who do I want on the board? We got Fano. How do you not take Fano here, right? Caden Proctor. So if I drop to 28, that's 1, 2, 3. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 4 players gone. So I could get Fano, Proctor, Cisse, McNeil Warren. I don't know that they're high on McNeil Warren. I like Surratt, the wide receiver. D'Angelo Pons, kind of a smaller guy, 5'9", 170. I don't see Dallas going with him. Cassius Howe. There we go. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take the trade, everybody. I know what everybody's saying, but we're having fun. Trade offer. Bang. Let's take it. Fanu, Proctor, TJ Parker, Concepcion. Now we're rejecting. Now we're just going to pick our ass off. There we go. So who do we got? We got C.J. Allen. We got our linebacker. All right. We got D tackle here. I'm going to go with Brandon Cisse, a corner out of South Carolina here. Cisse, boom, Boston, Abney. All right. Reject. So what we got? C.J. Allen, Brandon Cisse. We got 39, 69, and 70 still to go. We're going to go Cassius Howe right here. Let's look and see. Defense. Safety. Dylan Thieneman, they have him at 57. Will he last? Let's look at edge. I like Cassius Howe, and Messidor is still there. So we're going to go with what am I going to do? Do I take Cassius Howe? Yep, we're going Cassius Howe here. We're going to go with the younger Cassius Howe at 39. My goal is to somehow get to safety. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, let's try and get ahead. Let's look to trade up here. So we got 69 and 70. All right, so we're going to go up with the Steelers. Propose a trade to the Steelers. We're going to propose a trade with the Steelers. Yes, we are. 53 to 69, 177. All right, we're going to just let them go. Resume draft. Ooh, Anthony Hill, good. Messidor went. Anthony Hill was really good for the Birds at that point. That'll be a nice fit when N'Kobe Dean leaves. Let's try another proposed trade. Let's try a trade with Houston. Okay, we're moving up 10 spots. Let's try and give up 177. Propose. Rejected. All right. They don't want to play ball. Josiah Trotter. Ooh, we got our guy, everybody. We got our guy. We got it, everybody. Well, this is what we have so far. We got C.J. Allen, linebacker. Brandon Cisse. We got Cassius Howe. We got 2 picks. I'm going with my safety. I love Dylan Thieneman. We're going to reject. And then I got pick at 70. Pick at 70. So who do you got? So who do we want? Let's look at offense here. You got Chris Braziel. I don't know. I don't know much about Chris Braziel.
What up?
What's up, man? I ain't bad. Let's just look at all. I'm doing a little mock draft. I might go with a D tackle here, or I'll go with I'm just looking at some guys here. Lawson, no, a little too late in the ass. Anthony Lucas. Ooh, give me another edge rusher. Yes, please. Drew Shelton, 6'5", near type. If you want a lineman who provides position versatility. So, all right, it don't matter. I'm going to pick an offensive lineman, and I'm going to pick. What happened? Okay, yeah. So, here we go. Anyway, that's who we got, guys. That's who we can get. Offensive tackle, safety, edge, corner, linebacker. Anyway,
Drafted the next Reggie White.
Who knows? Who knows? But that's what you can do, everybody. That's what you. What's up, Wade? How you doing?
What's up?
I'm gonna let my dog out. What's going on, man? How was it in Dallas today?
Oh man, it's still a frozen block of ice here.
Yeah, I haven't been out today. It's bad here. It's bad.
It's like
bad.
They wanted me to come to work today, and they're like, "Oh, you come to work for like 3 hours, get like 3 hours." I'm like, "I am not coming to work." You know, I'm not about to drive 35 miles on ice to work 3 hours and then drive back again. No, we ain't doing that.
Are you head to your girls or what?
No, it's just too bad to get away. She's working, but it's just too hard to get out there.
Yeah, I was listening to or watching on YouTube this morning, 105.3 The Fan, and they're saying it's like 2 inches of just ice. I mean, they can't.
It's just
they can't get rid of the ice off the road.
No, it's not. Well, it's just too like. We don't got too many of those plows. I mean, yeah, on the main roads like the interstates, but like what I do, driving trucks, making deliveries to all these warehouses, you're going on a lot of these back roads. I mean, you're kind of screwed, you know. I mean, it's not really good to be on ice in an 18-wheeler. So
no, I've seen enough. I've seen enough BS. With those 18-wheelers on there, you know, fucking going sideways, that's about as scary as it gets, right?
Yeah, jackknifes and all that. Yeah, the worst highway when it's snowing and ice is Interstate 20 going west outside of Dallas to like West Texas, man, dude, it is... like, I guarantee if you're driving from Dallas out there after that thaws out, bro, you'll see at least about 50, 60 18-wheelers in a ditch. Easily. It's just one of them highways, man. It's just not good for inclement weather.
Report: Titans plan to hire Brian Daboll as offensive coordinator if he's not the Raiders' head coach. So it looks like the Titans are going to get Daboll or the Raiders. So
damn, the fucking Eagles, man, they should have just kept their offensive coordinator. Shit.
Yeah.
The only thing there's no movement.
They don't.
Or just no one is saying, yeah, I'll do it. I mean, it's like, dang, you should have just kept, oh boy.
Yeah, like Drew has an issue with why no. I mean, I guess he's taking offense to why we're just asking a question why nobody wants the job. Why no real good people want the job? Why? I mean, why do you think it is? Honestly, I don't know. I'm just asking the question. Do you have any idea why everybody's turning down and walking away from the job? I mean, I've heard rumor, but Wade?
I have not heard anything. It's been real
But
silent
why do you
around
think
here.
nobody would want the job?
I mean, it could be kind of.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe they look at it maybe like there's just too many people in and out at that position, in and out, in and out. I mean, it's kind of like Dallas.
Yeah, but every team.
I
That's
mean,
the NFL these days.
As much as Eagles fans and not a lot of people don't want to admit it, the Dallas Cowboys is a lot more an appealing franchise to work for than, I'm sorry, most franchises in the NFL. You can say what you want to. I mean, you can say we ain't won in 30 years, but I'm just sitting there saying, do I want to be in Philly or do I want to be in the Big D? I'm sorry.
Nat
Dallas
5 says
OCs
don't want their houses egged. Come
Yeah,
on. Come on now. It happens everywhere. A little egging.
Yeah, no, all them offensive
Drive-by
coordinators need to
egging.
do around here is live in Highland Park. You can't even go in there without getting arrested. I can't even drive through there to sightsee. I'll get arrested just going in there.
What's the Eagles' move? What do you mean disingenuous? I'm asking a question. New DC with no secondary players. Okay, Linda, but see, that's the thing, Linda. Your answer is to hammer another team in your division rather than answer the question. That's the problem. Drew does the same thing. Instead of answering the question that makes sense, right? You just want to say, well, why are teams turning down the Eagles? Simple question. And Drew's answer is, Wade. Drew's answer is, well, because winning is you have to win in Philly, and nobody wants that type of pressure. Is that it?
I wouldn't say that.
I don't know. I mean, that's what he's saying. I don't know what Linda's. I didn't see what she said, but I don't. You don't answer a question by saying,
the
but your team
Philadelphia Eagles
stinks.
fans are
That's
acting
kind
like
of a
they're marching to
mentality
the
that
Super Bowl.
shows your hand a little bit.
This is a problem with the fan base. The Eagles fan base act like they're going to Super Bowl every damn year. They got one little taste of going to 2 Super Bowls in the last 2 years, and they just like it's their birthright. We're just gonna keep going every single year. I got news for you.
They're supposed to.
I got news for you. You ain't won back to back. Don't talk to me about it's our birthright to keep going over and over, because it's not.
Wow.
If you were like the Chiefs,
This year,
if y'all were like the Chiefs,
back. This is some
now I'm gonna be honest
football
though.
teams,
If
but
the
they couldn't get it
Eagles were
done.
like the Chiefs, I probably wouldn't be saying shit right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Well, you
mean, what
can't
could I
say
say
anything.
if you?
But
I
they
can't say
win.
shit
How
about
many
the
Super
Chiefs
Bowls did
because
the
they
Chiefs win?
literally. Well, we can't say shit about the Chiefs, Brian, because they've been to like 9 AFC championships in the last like 10 years. You can't say shit.
Right.
That's dominance. That's dominance right there.
It's just an honest question, and then I get answers. Well, Dallas, a secondary stinks. So okay, that's not.
But look,
answering
you
the
can say
Eagles'
whatever you
question.
want to
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
Dallas. You can say
That makes you
can
sleep
say
better.
whatever you
Say
want
it.
to about Dallas. This place is a lot more appealing to go to than most cities. Say whatever you want to.
For what reason, though?
Because this is the flagship franchise in the NFL. You could say what you want to. You ain't won in 30 fucking years. The Dallas Cowboys are the it franchise in the NFL. You can say whatever you want to. You turn down a coaching job from Dallas if they call you, you stupid. You dumb, especially if you're trying to be on the come up. If this
I don't know
guy,
how
this
long
young
Parker will be there. That's the only
if
thing.
this young man Parker turns the defense around in like 2 years and they go from being like bottom to like one of the top 5, he's going to be gone. He's going to be gone. He'll get a head coaching job. And he's going to have all eyes on him. People are going to be talking about him nonstop, especially now that he's here in Dallas. Now he's got a magnifying glass on him now.
It'll be interesting. I don't know much about him. I ain't gonna lie. I just go by what everybody's saying. He comes with high praise, but okay. I mean, can he call a defense? I don't know. I don't know. So, to some of the naysayers, yeah, I'm not gonna just say you're wrong. I don't know yet. I don't know.
That's why y'all should have just held on to Andy Reid. You wouldn't be going through none of this bullshit right now. You should have just held on to him.
Nah, Andy Reid, he got Mahomes. Even though Momo don't like Mahomes, he got Mahomes. So
Yeah, but Andy Reid, he's an amazing offensive mind, though. It's like
is,
they went from
is.
like Andy Reid to Chip Kelly. It was like,
Wow, Bills gave Brady a 5-year deal. Oof, ouch. That's crazy.
even Eagles fans were probably mad about that. Going from Andy Reid to Chip Kelly, I'd have been mad about that if I was an Eagles fan.
I think Chip Kelly probably took a couple years off of the franchise. Probably 2-3 years off of the franchise. But
yeah, I would have been upset. I'd have been royally upset if I was an Eagles fan. You get rid of Andy Reid, we're going to hire Chip Kelly.
I mean, Chip Kelly made some dumbass. He got rid of McCoy. He made some trades that really hurt the team instantly. But they did bounce back, by getting rid of him and then getting Wentz. And then
Wade's in touch, Drew, because remember when you said Jerry wasn't going to let Schottenheimer hire the defense coordinator? Guess what happened? The exact opposite of what you said, Drew. Schottenheimer hired the defense coordinator. Am I right, Brian?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't hear what you said. I was closing the door.
No, I was telling Drew. Drew was saying that Jerry wasn't going to let Brian hire the offensive coordinator, defense coordinator. Look what happened.
Yeah. Well, we really didn't know. Let's be honest.
We know.
I'm saying Eberflus was their hire, even though they're
poo
pooing. They had 3 people in. They satisfied the Rooney role and then hired Eberflus, and they thought they were just going to pick up where they left off 5-6 years ago, however long it was since maybe longer than that, since Rob Ryan was there. But they interviewed nine candidates, and they got their guy, supposedly. They got their guy. Nobody turned them down, right, Wade? Nobody turned down the Cowboys. Why would you? That's what's surprising. If A.J. Brown is going to be there, and you have Devontae, and you have Saquon, and you have, Jalen, why wouldn't you want to be with Philly? That's all. It's not like they're saying no. They're turning them down. Why? It ain't money, right? Is it? Or is it? I don't know. Is it money, Drew? Game Time won't even agree with you, Wade. You're right, Marcus. What's up, Marcus Blackman?
This is definitely more of a Schottenheimer call this time. This doesn't have Jerry's fingerprints on it.
If anybody wants to hop in, there's the link.
Doesn't have Jerry's fingerprints on it.
Wade's ponytail is too tight.
Maybe.
Jimbo, do you have any hair, brother? Maybe he's just jealous you have a head of hair. My hair ain't that thick, I can tell you that. Eagle fans think NFL was founded in 2017. Dave Thompson, they're living in their glory right now. Not this year. That was a disappointment, but listen, my dog is driving me nuts. What's up? Every time I go live, she sits there and cries. Maybe she's singing "Cry Eagles Cry." I don't know.
Give me a second, Brian. I need to call this. Give me a second.
Mean Metal Mike. Wait about New England. Can't talk about a Patriots. Mean Metal. Mean Metal. I can't see.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
All right. I'm going to mute you then. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. I heard this morning on a podcast that the guys interviewed Christian Parker and said, "Oh yeah. I saw the same thing. He thought that dude's a head coach. He commands her. That's what it's about. Nobody knows how he's going to be. We could all just assume how he's going to be. We really don't know. Chip Kelly get rid of Shady and D-Jax. Logan, D-Jax always hurt us. Shady McCoy was a good player. Not a Hall of Famer, but he was a very good player. He fit Philly to a T. Deshaun Jackson just always killed us. He killed the Giants too. D-Jax always killed the Giants. I don't think that Chip Pacheco's ego, that's what the local media called Chip Kelly, Anthony Gargano. He called him Chip-a-Check. We got Chip-a-Check. He thought it was the next coming to Bill Belichick. Speaking of Bill Belichick, there was rumor right up until Joe Brady got hired that Bill Belichick is steaming that the Patriots are back in the Super Bowl already. Right? So, think about that. Again, this goes to my point, Marcus Blackman. This goes to my point. Patriots are already back in the Super Bowl. Right? Was it Brady? Was it Belichick? I think it was a perfect, I think it was a marriage made in heaven. Is Bob Kraft the best owner since sliced bread? I don't know. I think he kind of got lucky. Look how Tyler Booker was when he drafted by Dallas. I've never seen that from an Eagles draft. What do you mean? What do you mean? Year one, Eagles draft pick. I think we saw from an offensive lineman standpoint, we saw Kenyon Mitchell ball out year one. I don't know about that one. Wade is so out of touch, it's ridiculous. He just wants to win, Drew. You're right, Marcus. More money for Jerry, says Linda. Wade, Pony's tail is too tight. Ultra to be fly on the wall and watching the situation. Clemente, Sam, Issue Stroud gets happy feet. Yeah, he does. Game time. Who wanted the Dallas head coach job? McCarthy said, hell no. Who wanted it? Well, I don't know anything for a fact. That would be speculation, but I think that's a pretty coveted job, man. I do. Everybody. Plus, Drew, you gotta understand. Parker's coming into a situation where, to your point, expectations, they finished last in the league, right? In defense overall. It's a great situation. Head coach, you win in Dallas. It seems like coaches now, I will say, we wanted Vrabel and he wanted New England. And maybe if New England didn't want him, he would have been with us, but we were all talking Vrabel. As a matter of fact, Vrabel and Stephen Jones are very close, supposedly. Now, Game Time has amnesia. No one wanted the job. No, they interviewed. Who pulled out of the job? They made the right decision by hiring him. You remember they brought in recently fired from the Raiders, Pete Carroll. Rumor has it that Dion wanted the job. I could pull up who they interviewed. All right. Robert Saleh wanted the job. He interviewed. That might have been a good one. Kellen Moore interviewed for the job, wanted the job. Leslie Frazier, Seahawks assistant head coach, wanted the job. Brian Schottenheimer got the job. Those are four off of the bat that I know of. If anybody knows more, but yeah. Those were the ones: Leslie Frazier, Robert Saleh, Kellen Moore. Robert Saleh would have been a hell of a pick. My guess is they wanted an offensive guy to make sure Dak he gets his head out of his ass, which is, Drew Shoddy did a hell of a job. I don't have a problem with Shoddy. They had the number one offense. How could you complain? Game time. Everyone should have been fighting for the job. You chose Shoddy. Yeah, but he actually did more than your head coach, and he called plays to a number one offense in the league, right? Right? Is that a fact, or are we going to overlook that? You don't like Robert Saleh either. Robert Saleh stinks. Now, come on now. That seems like a little bit of bitter. He took a bunch of also-rans on defense and shut you down in Philly. Come on now, Drew. Come on. I sense fear from you, says Marcus Blackman. If you're facts straight. Dirty Sanchez, yeah, McCarthy told Jerry no after what here was the deal, Dirty. Exactly. McCarthy Dallas offered McCarthy a 1-year extension to his deal, basically making him a lame duck yet again. McCarthy said, hell nah, to the nah. Game time, what was Dallas in the red zone? Okay, we're going to get specific. They were mid-pack, probably. I don't know. They were 17th in the NFL, that was a 2024. So I don't know. They were 17th last year. Let me look here. I don't know, honestly. I don't. 2025, Dallas was. 17th. So they were 17th. 17th. The Eagles were 1 in the red zone. Buffalo, Cincy, Washington, San Fran, Indy, Rams, Detroit, Jacksonville, Atlanta, Green Bay, Kansas City, Tennessee, Carolina, Seattle, then Dallas, then Chicago. Seattle, Chicago, Dallas. So Seattle with a similar red zone offense is in the Super Bowl. I don't know, brother. Every time I look up a fact, it doesn't look good for you, brother. Eric, what's up? It's a coincidence Jerry's drought lines up perfectly with the introduction of the salary cap. No, it's not a coincidence. Bingo. You're right about that. Reports indicate Kellen Moore may have declined the Dallas Cowboy head coaching opportunity. It's possible, Bobby. I don't know that for a fact. It's possible. It's possible. Game time. What would you rather do? Top. Obviously, you want to score points, man, but you can't poo-poo Schottenheimer. Now, again, I don't like some of the things he did. I'm not here to blow smoke up Schottenheimer's skirt either, but I don't think he did a horrible job. My question to you, Drew, is if we had a mid-pack defense, where would Dallas be? All right? I mean, if we were mid-pack, maybe we win the division. You know, Drew? If let's face it, Drew, we were 32, but we were more like 39th out of 32 teams. If you really look at the stats, we were that bad in the pass game. Now, since the trade, we were top 5 run defense, so that it could change quickly, right, Drew? We saw last year the Bears and the Seattle both were a 4-win team, and now Seattle's in the Super Bowl. So
I'm back.
It don't take long, brother, if you get the right defense. So Wade, if you could have had any, well, I know who you want. You want Sexy Rexy. But if you could have had any head coach other than Schottenheimer, who would that have been for you?
Sean Payton.
Well, he's already coaching.
I'll be right
back.
Yeah, no.
Hold up. Go ahead, answer that, though.
No, that's the Sean Payton. Our owner needed to be like Kraft. Mayo didn't work, and he saw Vrabel, went and got him. That's what Jerry needed to do. We didn't win with Mike McCarthy. Fire him when Sean Payton was available. Go get him.
Yeah, I hear you, Sean Payton. Oh, that. Now, what was the deal with Sean Payton?
No. What I'm saying is like I wanted Jerry. That's what I'm saying. Jerry said, "Oh, I want to have the most Super Bowls of any owner." Robert Kraft got rid of Mayo, saw Vrabel was available, said, "I'm going to get Vrabel." Jerry and them should have did that immediately when Sean Payton became available. He took a year off. Mike McCarthy don't get it done this year. You're gone. Sean Payton come in. That's what they should have did.
Right.
But they didn't do it.
Yeah,
So,
I would have liked that. I would have liked Sean Payton. Definitely would have liked Sean Payton.
Yeah, he needed to come home. He started here. He needed to end here in Dallas. That's what it was.
Jerry thought that that Sean would be the coach. And Drew, just look at Bill Parcells' comments regarding Jerry. That's really not a factual thing. Now, you could say certain coaches want to have complete control, like a Harbaugh, right? But let's be honest, Sirianni doesn't have that control in Philly. That's why he's the head coach. That's why Dougie Fresh is not the head coach. He wanted to have more say in what was going on behind the scenes. They were like, we don't want to give it to you.
Drew, they're very close with Sean Payton on a relationship wise. If the Cowboys had a coach opening and Sean Payton was available and Jerry called Sean Payton, asked him to be the coach of the Cowboys, he wouldn't even have asked any questions. He'd have took the job immediately. I guarantee it. I put everything I own.
Well,
I gamble everything I own. He took the job.
Well, Sean Payton is the guy who said, Drew, that coaching in the NFL, what's the line? Ultra probably knows it. His recall is better than mine, but he says,
Players don't.
Everybody knows who you are if you coach the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. They know you in China if you coach the Dallas Cowboys. It's a little different. But Bill Parcells has spoken positively about his relationship with Jerry, calling him a good businessman and a good listener who has a tremendous amount of passion for his team, mutual respect. Misperception. Parcells believes the media's perception of Jones as a hands-on owner who doesn't listen is distorted, per Parcells. He stated that if a coach makes sense to him, Jones will alter his opinion. Now, we talked about that, Wade. We think sometimes Jones defers too much, right?
Yeah.
Yes. He'll defer too much to Rod Marinelli and what's his name? Coach Clapp was actually a decent evaluator of talent. Parcells enjoyed his time in Dallas. Yeah.
That was the problem. If Jason Garrett was a great coach, he was a great evaluator of talent, but if he was a great coach, it would have been better, but he wasn't. He was just mediocre coach. Just put it like that.
Yeah, well, just think. Jerry's the one, to Drew's point, I will give him this. Jerry's the one that allowed Coach Clapp to be there for 10 years, right? He felt comfortable with Coach Clapp.
Drew thinks players don't want a player in Dallas. That's not true. Trust me, that fucking ain't true, bro.
You see it every year. You see it every year. I mean,
it's not true.
Derrick Henry wanted to come.
It's
everybody.
It's not.
Bobby Wagner wanted to play here. I mean,
it's not true, Drew. It's about the Cowboys wanted to sign those players.
It's really not true, Drew. I think you know that, but it's all right. Football fanatic. We're building. You're getting down and possibly maybe losing AJ. We're building. You're getting torn down and possibly maybe losing AJ. It's a possibility. I mean, the salary cap will tell you it's going to be tough to move on from AJ, but it may be better to do that. You've seen the Eagles do that in the past by getting rid of a problem child, even if it's a Carson Wentz. They moved on from him. He was kind of aloof. Again, per sources, per sports writers, the same writers that were saying that Wentz wasn't a good teammate and wasn't a good leader, they then moved on from him. So I guess they were right in that situation. But what's up, Randy? How you doing? Football fanatic, try more winning more than 7 games, buddy, says Jack.
If you don't think there's pressure here in Dallas, you've lost your mind.
Ojos Locos, we're going there, CZ.
You've lost your mind if you don't think there's more pressure here in Dallas. You think there's more pressure in Philly than Dallas? Bro, you don't even live around here. You don't even know the pressure and the amount of dude. The pressure is fucking high to the roof around here in Dallas. Don't give me none of that, Drew. Come on now, that's a bullshit statement right there. I don't know how you feel about that game time. That's like the pressure in Dallas is massive.
What the fuck is your problem?
Well, that's how I feel about it. Now, there's a lot of pressure.
The pressure in Dallas is so much more than in Philly.
Especially, Drew, with the drought of Super Bowl championships. Dallas is a franchise that is a championship winning franchise over its history. So there's a lot of pressure for them to get back there. And their drought just makes it worse, right, Wade?
On all levels, there's pressure.
The
What
30
would all
years without getting back to a championship game makes it worse because this was one of the heralded, winning it. Well, they still are one of the most winning
Dude,
franchises,
Parsons
but
is
still,
salty
it's not,
about being traded.
not good enough right now.
Parsons salty about being traded. He don't want to be in Green Bay. He wants to be in Dallas.
Yeah.
He can say whatever he wants to. If he got the same contract, if Green Bay was in front of him and Dallas was in front of him with the same exact contract, he's choosing fucking Dallas over Green Bay.
Oh yeah, he came back to Dallas and said, "How about 43?" It's documented. He came back to Dallas after getting the 47, say, "I'll take 43." That in his mind, that was the fallback, and Dallas said, "Hell to the nah." Right now, I don't know. Only time will tell if that was a mistake or not. Right? I mean, we think it was a good move, but we don't know. Randy McIntyre, Vinny, you a 5-time champ.
Oh, if we find another player as good as Micah in the draft, it'll be worth the move. I guess you could say that, right?
Yeah, this is true. Sizing up Stafford.
Because if you find a player,
May.
That's kind of a Hall of Fame caliber player, let's say you draft him this year, game time. I mean, and then you get Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark, and on top of all that, with the guy you drafted. So yeah, I mean, it could all work out in the end.
What the hell's going on with this league? This is why they need to move the Pro Bowl to after the Super Bowl. There's nothing wrong with having NFL, 2 weeks build up because Shedeur Sanders is being added to the Pro Bowl because he's going to replace Drake May. Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler. Give me a break. This fucking league sucks anymore. Give me a break. I understand that Nix is hurt. Daniel Jones is hurt. You got Trevor Lawrence
all eyes
backed
are on
out.
The Cowboys. All eyes are on the Cowboys, Drew. No eyes are on Philly besides Philly fans. All eyes are on us, bro.
Look at this guy.
Like that song by Tupac, all eyes on me. They're not on y'all. They're on the Cowboys.
Look at this guy. Look at him.
That's our favorite plane we're on.
Look at Mike McDaniel.
Huh.
Are they really doing the Pro Bowl this weekend?
Bright.
Yep. Yes, they are.
Jeez, man. Can we stop this?
Everything will be on camera if you don't mind. This is basically
This fucking guy. Look at him.
This isn't going to be a vape question, is it?
No vape question.
You know how you guys roll. All right. What's up? Mike McDaniel, offensive coordinator for the Chargers.
DeMarcus was talking about Michael Parsons. You got to get the context right, brother. Context means everything, brother. Context is everything.
I don't want to have this argument with Drew. Drew doesn't. He's gotten two Super Bowls. It is what it is. Like, okay, Drew. Okay.
Right. It's like
it's just like Brian. Brian can talk so much shit to you right now, Drew, but he's not doing it.
I have a modicum. I don't need to go back and recount all the great moments.
Yeah, we don't need to go down memory. We don't need to go down.
They're
memory
documented.
Lane. Like
I'm not that old, guys.
Lane.
I mean, do I look that old? And be nice. I'm not
doesn't
that
want
old.
to talk about memory lane at all.
I've seen it all. I've seen all but one. So again, I'll be fine. Don't need to recount. All I know was when you go to the annals of winning teams, we're at the top, right? You know what I mean? As far as franchise wins, and we were not.
Dallas Cowboys have the highest winning percentage in the NFL. Last time I checked, it wasn't the Eagles. Google that.
I have no idea.
Someone Google that right now. It's not going to say Philadelphia. It's not going to say Philadelphia. I promise you that.
I have no idea what it's going to say, honestly.
Google highest winning percentage. What NFL team has the highest winning percentage in NFL history?
Actually, it's Green Bay Packers.
You sure about that?
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. As of the end of the 2025 regular season, the Green Bay Packers hold the highest all-time regular season winning percentage at 572.
Sure about that?
Dallas Cowboys and
You sure about that?
Ravens are right
Okay,
behind there.
they took Green Bay took a hold of it this year.
Yeah, 572, and Dallas is 569.
Damn, it changed that quick. One winning season for Green Bay. I guess they were right there with us.
Wow, Green Bay.
Oh, they've been around forever, though.
Yeah.
They've been around forever. The fact that Dallas has like been around less than half the time Green Bay has, and they got like the highest winning percentage in the NFL, and Baltimore, fucking impressive.
Actually, Dallas has it's kind of confusing. It's only because of the amount of game. Dallas is 0.573
Dallas
to
wasn't
0.5.
around during leather helmet.
Yeah, they're 0.5. Yeah, they're right behind them. But let's see, deeper dive. Let's see. Yeah, that's interesting. Here it is, everybody. Here it is, everybody. Green Bay Packers are 572. Dallas Cowboys are at 571. Ravens are at 570. New England is at 555. Remember, New England was nobodies back in the day. Bears are at 554 winning percentage. Chiefs are at 550 winning percentage. Vikings are at 550. Dolphins are at 550. Niners are at
I'm talking about winning percentage, Jack, because Drew said Cowboys aren't winners.
538.
They're losers. I'm just sitting there saying, like,
The Eagles aren't top 10, to be honest with you.
you can't be calling a franchise losers when they're the highest winning percentage in the NFL. That just doesn't fucking make any sense. That doesn't add up.
All-time winning percentage. There you go.
You know what, Drew? I was there when your team. I don't think I've ever seen the Cowboys collapse on 21-0 against the Eagles.
Have we?
I was there when that shit happened, pretty recently with y'all.
Yep.
Remember that, Drew? We came back and put our foot up your ass, remember? That's right.
That don't exist.
That's right, Drew.
We're delusional if we think so, according to them. Or anyway, to Drew, anyway.
Drew, I'm going back when y'all were up 21-0. That happened, a couple
The only
months
thing
ago?
that collapsed in Dallas was the indoor practice facility. Wait. back in 2009, I literally Googled Dallas collapse, and that's what came up: the indoor practice facility. Oh God.
You know what? That's the thing, though. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole with the Eagles. If y'all won in the 70s, you'd be bringing up those titles. If you'd won in the 80s, you'd be bringing up those titles. If you won in the 90s, you'd be bringing up those titles. If you won in the early 2000s, you'd be bringing up those titles, Eagles. If you say you wouldn't, you're a goddamn liar. The reason why you won't bring up anything is because you didn't do shit in all those decades. So I'm just sitting here saying.
I was watching that clip of the first game for a TO to Philly. Man, McNabb. If only McNabb could have made that work, man. If only Donovan could have made that shit work. Donovan, what were you doing, brother?
Eat too much Campbell's chunky soup.
My chunky soup.
Linda was around in the 1900s. She knows all about it.
On the other hand, saw those NFC championships.
That 7-9-1 football team, Drew. That first game we got robbed. We should have swept y'all chumps this year. And one of them wins is we beat y'all. We beat y'all, Drew. That first game, we got robbed. What can I say?
Yeah, it should be 8-1.
CD Lamb needs to catch some passes,
Yep.
I thought this was kind of, let's see here. McNabb. I'm trying to find it.
And hey, remember what I said, Brian? I said Jalen Hurts won't be the Eagles quarterback by 2028. I'm telling y'all, Drew, this is gonna happen, and I can't wait to see this shit. I want to see what you say here in the next few years. We ain't your quarterback.
That's my quarterback.
Yeah, I want you to be crying like T.O. was doing for Romo.
I love my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
All right, here we go. McNabb, as of January, he just came out with his top 5 QB list. Do you want to guess what it is, guys? Donovan McNabb, ex-Eagle. Number 5. Any guesses? Justin Herbert is Donovan McNabb's number 5.
Donovan McNabb.
Number 4, per Donovan McNabb, Lamar Jackson. Now, this was January of 26, so he literally just made this list. Lamar Jackson is Donovan McNabb's number 4. Number 3, Josh Allen. Can't argue, right? Number 2, Matt Stafford. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. No Jalen Hurts on that list.
If the Eagles were smart, Brian,
it was on
here I'll
his
throw
Caps
this
Off podcast. That's what it was.
Let me throw a wrench in here, Game Time. If
my question is, was McNabb on the sauce? Was he on the sauce, everybody? What's the question, Wade? I'm sorry.
It's possible. It's possible.
I think Roy Williams knocked him so silly he don't know what he'd be talking about.
No, I was sitting there saying, Drew's over here, so you Super Bowl MVP. Yeah. Jalen Hurts is Super Bowl MVP. So if Sam Darnold gets the Super Bowl MVP here in a couple weeks, are we going to be saying the same? You're going to be singing high praises about Sam Darnold, Drew? I honestly think the best thing for the Eagles to do is get rid of Hurts and get Sam Darnold. At least you may have a better fucking offense. I bet you have a better offense under Sam Darnold.
Yep.
What do you think about that, Drew? Brian, hot take.
I think you would.
Yeah, I take that. It's obvious. I mean, a lot of people are saying if I'm not trolling. This is an honest to God thing. A lot of people say that if Dak was the quarterback of the Eagles, that they would have went further this year. I'm just
Sam
saying.
Darnold outplayed.
I don't know that I agree with
Jalen
that.
Hurts all year this year.
And he ran.
Can you admit that, Drew? Sam Darnold was a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts this year. Can you admit that, Drew? I want to hear Drew admit that shit. Was Sam Darnold a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts this year? Oh, see, no, now Drew's going to push the goalpost on this. See, Brian, he said 2 Super Bowls. He's got to go to 2.
Yeah, but no, we're only talking about winning Super Bowls. We're not talking about losing. We're talking about he's won one. The other Super Bowl win was by Philly, who also was an MVP, and he's a journeyman quarterback, right? So just
Drew's a master at pushing goalposts.
Yeah, but
it's fine.
Just because you win an MVP, Wade, doesn't make you an all-time great.
No, yeah,
I don't. I mean, you have.
Yeah, just ask old Jim Plunkett about that.
You're right, Drew. Dak can't run every time up the middle like Jalen can. That's all. You have a glorified quarterback running back.
Jalen Hurts ain't going to be playing football in his late 30s. I tell you that
you
shit.
Can't keep running like that. And
Drew, you have a fucking running back that plays quarterback. Only an idiot would think that. Dude, you could say whatever you want to, Eagles fans. Come on now, you got to agree with me. Y'all would have been better this year with Sam Darnold or Dak Prescott this year as your quarterback. Your offense would have been more efficient. You'd been putting up numbers. You'd have been getting shit done with that defense. Well, you try to deny it, but y'all would have been better.
I'm glad Jalen got the MVP because it won me what? I forget what it was. It's close to 1,500.
Won you some money.
Yeah, close to 1,500. But this was his stat line. It was a defensive win, be honest with you. Jalen Hurts, 17 for 22 with 2 touchdowns and an interception. So, nice game. They love to give it to the quarterbacks. Let me see here. Box score. That's what we want.
Okay, so if Sam Darnold...
221. So he threw for 221 yards. 2 touchdowns and an INT. Jalen Hurts, you know what won him the game? Was his rushing, actually. 11 for 72 and a touchdown. No, but really, his rushing is what who won. That was a great game running the ball.
If Sam Darnold wins a Super Bowl this year, Drew, he's a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
Do you know where the downfall came, Chris May? Look at this stat here. Just in the Super Bowl alone, Josh Sweat, 2.5 sacks.
Yeah, defense.
Milton Williams,
That's what did it.
2 sacks. Everybody else on that list has 0.
Wasn't there this year.
And they're not there. Exactly. I warned them this year. Now, listen, they had enough talent to still win them the division. So kudos to the Birds. They were talented enough to win the division back-to-back. First time it's been done since 2004. Take your hat off, right? But at the end of the day, it's really...
Here we go, Drew, pushing goalposts. Push and go. You've been to 2 Super Bowls. It's about winning Super Bowls, Drew. Does anyone remember that Super Bowl y'all lost in 1980, Drew? Anyone talk about that Super Bowl? No, because you fucking lost.
I remember it. How about them Raiders?
This year, Sam Darnold was a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. I could say that shit. Yes. Yes, he was. I could also say my quarterback had a defense that sucked bad. I could say that too. But yeah, overall, I think Sam Darnold was a better quarterback than Dak this year. Yeah.
Look at that. I just got a text. There was an accident at my post office.
Damn.
Look at the mail truck on the side. That's going to be me if we have another losing year. I'm going to be fucking in a ditch somewhere.
Well, hopefully you get a truck over there.
Vineland. That's it. Actually, Drew, that's Vineland. That's Vineland on Delsey Drive. Or no. Jackson Road in Vineland. That's not my post office, but not far. Vineland, New Jersey.
Yeah, Drew can't even admit that.
We're having fun here, people. Everybody relax.
Yeah, we're having fun. We're having fun. Yeah, but it's true, though.
Fun, man. We know you guys won a division, but
Drew can't even admit that. Drew can't even admit that Sam Darnold was better than Jalen Hurts this year. I admitted that Sam Darnold overall.
This year, yes, of course he was.
He was overall. Sam Darnold was better than Dak this year. I just said it, Drew.
Not saying.
So how about
Michael Vick out of retirement and he would be better than Jalen?
Humble yourself, Drew. Admit that Sam Darnold was a better overall quarterback
you just said
than
Drew
Jalen Hurts
and humble
this year.
in the same sentence.
You're right. He's not humble. You're right. He's a prideful son of a
she's
bitch.
humble until Drew gets her started.
Yeah, Linda got her shit together. Drew don't got his shit together.
Wade, game time. Why Dak hasn't won back-to-back division titles in 11 years?
Oh, see, Drew finally admitted it. Oh my God, a miracle.
Well, we've been very critical of Dak. Are you comparing him to Dak? Okay.
No, I was saying that Sam Darnold was better. Sam Darnold was better than Jalen Hurts this year and Dak.
My question to you is, and this is an honest to God, if you polled 30 teams not named Dallas and Eagles, or no, yeah, I mean, how many people would think Eagles would be better with Dak Prescott? That's an honest question. I'm not saying I believe that, but you know how much love Dak gets.
So
I think it would be better.
You know,
look. Eagles.
I mean, that's something to think about.
Drew's not going to like it, but I'm going to say it right now. Drew, the Eagles would have had home field advantage this year if Dak was your quarterback.
I don't know.
You'd have had home field advantage, damn near. You with that defense, and if your offense was top 10, you'd have had home field advantage.
I will say this: him and AJ would have got along great because Dak gets the ball.
Yeah,
out.
AJ would have been putting up some numbers.
AJ would have had
Smitty as well.
So that's something to think about, Drew. It really is. Really is. Comic flick. Did they know that a parade party in Philly for the NFC East Division title? Any excuse for the Eagles to think they're high shit? Dak could never do what Jalen does. He couldn't run the ball like Jalen. I will give you that. He just doesn't have it in him. After that injury, he's kind of limited in that department. Brian, the Eagles, 49ers, Patriots caused the accident at the post office. Indigenous.
So it's not just about the
God.
quarterback. Hold on, it's about your overall team. Don't you have good coaches in
I
Philly?
know.
Don't you have good players? Don't you have a good defense?
Here we go, Drew. Is it the team or is it the
Yo,
quarterback?
is it? Well, I thought is it the team or the quarterback? I thought you had a good. I thought y'all had a good foundation in Philly. So if Dak was in Philly, you'd be thinking he would come into your winning culture that you have there, and he would get over the hump with a winning culture known as the Philadelphia Eagles. Which one is it, Drew?
Mm-hmm. Oh my God!
I'm just sitting there saying.
Oh man! Breaking news. Already talked about that. Sorry, I'm going through my email here on my cell phone. It's annoying that it doesn't take it off. Let's see here. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Again, it'll be a fun off season. Once we get past.
No,
this
I'm gonna
game.
be here for. I'm gonna be here. Drew's gonna laugh right now when I say this. I'm gonna be here.
Hold your socks, Drew.
I'm gonna be here when Dak gets us somewhere, and I want to see what this mother humper says. I want to see what he starts doing then, because I'm going to tell you, he's already doing it with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl. Drew's going to push the goalpost. He's going to say he's got to get to his second Super Bowl. If Dak wins one fucking Super Bowl, you know what Drew's going to do? He's got to go to another. He's got to get to 2. He hasn't gone to 2. That's what he's going to do. Push the goalpost. So there's no winning.
Drew's
There's no
smart
winning
enough to come up with that on his own, so I don't mind you saying it. But yeah, that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah, he's a fucking troll.
He's already got that shit teed up. Well,
he's got it teed up. He does.
Game time. How many OCs have been compared to Dak? OCs have been compared to Dak. What do you mean? What do you mean, brother? What are you talking about? Dak will take Wade to the
compared.
Bud Bowl.
He's talking about how Jalen Hurts.
He's
He's had a bunch of offensive coordinators.
Marcus 7901. Dak got you there, CZ. Dak has never been to the NFC Championship game. He has not, Drew. You're correct. If Dak
You're
wins,
right, Drew,
he
and you
won't
act like his career's over, Drew. I just seen Sam Darnold in the fucking Super Bowl.
Drew's got Wade.
I've just seen
Dak.
Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl, Drew. If you're going to sit here and tell me that Dak can't get there, I don't believe a word you're saying. Because if I would have told you at the beginning of the year Sam Darnold would be in the Super Bowl, y'all would have laughed me out this fucking chat.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Drew, I don't think Dak could shut you up anyway because you'd still be talking even if he wasn't there.
You still talking shit about
Dak
Sam
needs
Darnold.
to leave the Cowboys and go to the Texans. I want
Drew,
a Shador to Rams for the Saints. There you go. Hey, Drew, did Dak take your gift or your lunchbox money? You've been mad at him for this dude. Wade is the best, says Jimbo. Wade is the best. I love Wade. I love Drew too, but he's on the opposite side of the spectrum. It's a different type of love.
His career ain't over, Drew. His career ain't over.
If Dak won, I'll give him credit. I think Drew would give him credit. He would say, but he would. But I mean,
He's
Foles.
Gonna do, but he hasn't done what my quarterback's done.
It's
Play
the same
running
argument
back at the
of it's
quarterback.
1999, and
Nick
people were
Foles
talking
won a
about
Super
that,
Bowl,
about
guys. Nick
about
Foles.
Elway, and then look what
Yeah,
happened.
how come you'd start? Hey, Nick Foles has won as many Super
Dak stole
Bowls
my
as
stripper
fucking
girlfriend
Jalen.
from
How
the
about
strip
you?
club.
How about you start talking about Nick
Hey,
Foles
Chris,
with
grab
some
the chat.
respect, Drew?
I gotta go do something real quick.
Ah, shit. I wanted to ask him something.
How about you start talking about Nick Foles with some respect? He got you a Super Bowl too, damn it.
I have to wait until he comes back. What's up, guys?
Fuck Vinny.
Hey, Wade. Hey, Chris. How are you?
Yo.
Hanging in there.
Yeah, me too.
All I'm saying is there's been quarterbacks that have been older and been in the league for a while that have won a Super Bowl later on when it was all put together. You have to have everything firing on all phases. We only had one season I saw with Dak where we were doing that, and I'll put on that Niners game. He should have won that game.
Yeah, I agree.
But other than that, you have to have everything firing on all cylinders. You guys last year got into the playoffs, and the guys you added on that defense came right into fruition after that 10 and freaking whatever, or what was it? They like won 10 wins in a
You
row.
know,
The season
you know
before.
that's the thing.
And you guys
So-
fired on all cylinders. You got in the Super Bowl, and who won it? Your defense, not Jalen.
So that's the thing. Drew doesn't want to talk about the Super Bowl losers, huh? Oh, so you don't want to talk about Jaws? Jaws doesn't matter because he didn't. He took you to a Super Bowl, Drew. I guess Nick Foles, since he didn't go to 2 like Jalen, he doesn't matter, huh? Or how about Donovan McNabb? Like Drew only cares about. What do you got? Jalen Hurts dick in your mouth or what? Is that what you got going on, Drew?
He's got the meats.
He can't do no wrong. Jalen Hurts can do no wrong, guys.
Wade, why do you even bother wasting your time with him?
Why do I bother wasting my time? I like arguing with Drew.
Yeah, me too.
I like arguing
But
with
you
him.
know what? You know what, though? He says the same shit every friggin' chat. It's the same thing. Put the tape recorder on and say the same damn thing. Dak sucks. Hurts is great. We suck. They're the best. It's the same shit every time.
Yeah, and remember, and then when I brought up Sam Darnold, he was talking shit about Sam Darnold. This he's gonna turn back into Sam Darnold. He's in the Super Bowl. He ain't saying shit now.
Yeah,
He ain't saying shit right now. He's real quiet on that.
Well, you know, not for anything, but did you hear Fish the other day? He was talking about the quarterbacks over 30 years old that won the Super Bowl. You see how many there were that won
There's a
the Super Bowl?
shitload of quarterbacks past
Yeah.
30 that have won Super Bowls.
I wanted Brian to go through the players that won the Super Bowl over 30 years old, which is what Dak is.
But yeah.
You know what I mean? Just for giggles. And why can't Dak do it? Why can't all of a sudden he turn it on? What's the, you know, I mean, the guy plays in front of hundreds of thousands of fans a friggin' day. I mean, on the weekends or whatever. And the guy can't be that bad to be able to do that. So to me, he's a lot better than what they're saying. Yeah, he screwed up here and there, but he can win. He can win.
I mean, yeah, Kenny Stabler did it, didn't he?
Yeah, he was older. There was a lot of guys. That's why I'd like him to. He could look that, or you could probably look that stuff up because I'm at work to find out what quarterbacks over 30 won the Super Bowl. Elway, Manning. That's 2. Eli both Mannings, I think, were over 30. Dilfer, I think he might have been close to that. Yeah, all them guys. I mean, just look at it. So you're telling me that he can't do it because of his age? Please. Maybe because of injury, he might have a problem.
Elway. Elway stayed with his team.
Hey, I got to get his headset on. Hey,
but
Brian.
You know what? Hey, you know the Cowboys got some continuity.
2-5 in the playoffs. Really?
At least you can say what you want to, guys. You know, at least the Cowboys got some continuity, and they're not playing musical chairs of quarterbacks. Because you could be like the Browns; they get rid of what's his name?
I was out yelling at the mailman. So anyway,
they got the Browns got rid of Baker Mayfield, and now they can't find another quarterback. Maybe they should have held on to Baker Mayfield. I'm just sitting there saying, like, I mean, so you know, sometimes, I mean, look, the Jets gave up on Sam Darnold too, and all the Jets have been doing is just playing fucking musical chairs of quarterbacks.
Sometimes the trades you don't make are the best ones.
Yeah.
So in that sense, keeping those guys would have been great. Hey, Brian, first of all, don't ban me. All right, I'm just saying. And also,
who banned
can
you?
you look up? No, never mind. I'm just saying it. Anyway, I'm at work.
What are you talking
so
about? Ban me? What are you talking about?
No, I'm just trolling to you. Never mind. I'll call you, tell you later. Anyway, what I wanted to tell you is, can you look up, because I got to go back to work. Can you look up quarterbacks that won the Super Bowl after they were 30? Can you look up and see how many quarterbacks, because that's what Dak is. So, you know, people are saying because you're over 30, you can't win the Super Bowl. And Darnold is definitely one of them. And then there's a bunch other. There's Elway. There's Manning. Maybe both Mannings.
You got Tom Brady, obviously. Elway won at ages 37 and 38.
Johnny Unitas.
He only won 2. Elway won 2 at the age of 37. He had to wait till he was 37 or 38.
Johnny Unitas was pretty old too.
Montana won at 32 and 33. Manning won Manning won at age 30. Drew Brees at age 31. Matt Stafford won his first at age 34. Brad Johnson won at 34. Len Dawson, 34. Roger Staubach at 35. Steve Young at 33. Terry Bradshaw, 30 and 31.
Johnny Unitas at 37.
So we're right in the prime age. He's right in prime.
Johnny Unitas at 37.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go.
There's more. I just did. It was. Those are the key ones. There's actually more. You're right.
Yeah, you got like Dilfer and them guys.
Brad
Bowles is
Johnson.
probably
Unitas
over 30,
at 37.
Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson at 31. 34. That was it. That's
right? What
everybody.
was Foles? Oh, all right. He was younger than 30?
Yes. Yeah. Nick Foles.
Okay. I just want to make my point that you don't have to be 23 years old to win a Super Bowl. Would be nice, but you don't have to be. And everybody else is saying, what has he won lately? And it doesn't matter. We're going forward. So why can't we win going forward? It makes no sense.
I don't know. I'm not. Nick Foles was 29 when he won with the Birds. Journeyman quarterback.
Yeah. He wasn't even the starting one. Yeah, exactly. But hey, that's good for him. That's good.
Let's see.
I just wanted to make that point. That's all.
So what happened? So why you?
I'll call you. I'll just
say it.
I'll call you later.
What's the
I
issue?
can't. No, I can't. It's not with you.
I didn't block anybody. So what the fuck?
No. It's not with you at all.
Okay.
I'll call you.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
You got it.
All right. See you later.
See you.
Bye.
Nick Foles' career record. 29-29 regular season record. So he's a 500 quarterback. Nick Foles' playoff record. Nick Foles' playoff record is 4-2. 3-0 run in 2017, winning a wild card game in 2018, earning Super Bowl MVP honors. So he was the MVP. So there you go, right, Wade?
Yep.
He was 3-0. Won the double doink game in Chicago. Remember the double doink game? Was Matt Nagy the coach back then? I think Matt Nagy was the coach of the double doink. It hit both fucking goalposts and stayed out. Or did it go in? Was the double doink? Eagles do a game time. How many quarterbacks over 30 drafted by the same team? All right, let me look it up.
There's always a first for everything.
How many QBs won Super Bowl over 30? All right, here we go. We got John Elway, Joe Montana, Terry Bradshaw, Tom Brady.
Roger Staubach too would be one. He was drafted by the Cowboys.
I had to go deeper. That's what she said. I got to go deeper. I don't know. There's been a few. Tom Brady, Terry Bradshaw, Peyton Manning, but he wasn't drafted by them. Elway was. Breeze, but he wasn't drafted by them. Eli Manning won at age 31. Steve Young, but he wasn't drafted by the Niners, so that's about it. There hasn't been many. There hasn't been many. But honestly though, I don't see that as an issue. Either you're good enough to win it or you're not, right? I don't know that because you're with the same team. If Dallas puts together a great defense, then all eyes on me, right, when it comes to Dak. There's already eyes on Dak Prescott, but, So.
There's always going to be eyes on Dak no matter what.
But anyway, I think that's it. Facts true. Dak is none of those quarterbacks. Well, I mean, yeah, they were really poo-pooing Elway, So,
Maybe or maybe not.
I'm pulling it up.
Have a time machine.
There we go. I have no idea where this is going. But win-loss record, Dak, 73-41. Manning, 68-46. So Dak's actual stats are better than Manning's. Through 114 starts, Dak Prescott statistically outperforms both Manning and Elway in key efficiency categories. So when you say he's not that guy, yeah, he hasn't won in the playoffs, but he is that guy. Playoffs, Manning was 3-5, right? Manning ended his career with a 3-5 playoff record. Elway, 7 playoff wins in his first 9 seasons. Dak 2-5. So it's actually closer than you may think there, Drew. Despite a 2-5 record, Dak ranks 7th all-time in passing yards games in the playoffs. Why am I defending Dak Prescott?
Because is there any context where it says?
Why am I doing it? Peyton Manning had a 14-13 playoff record. Elway had a 14-8. So long story short, Dak needs to get his act together. So what? You don't like any of these stats, so you're going to go to a stat that means something, right? That's what cracks me up.
Drew doesn't want to admit that Dak is a pretty solid quarterback.
Yeah. Look at all the all-time games they played too, between Peyton and
Yeah,
Elway.
so what do you want? What do you want us? Hold on. So what do you want us to do, Drew? Draft another quarterback? We're drafting at number 12, so we're probably not going to get a top quarterback. The Cowboys should draft a quarterback this year in the late rounds, and hell, if one of those guys ends up somehow turning into a Brady or a Montana, then Dak, see you later. I mean,
that's where I think the difference is Dak against winning teams. That's where I think the difference is.
That's what I'm sitting here saying, Brian. If you draft a young quarterback in the late rounds, and if he outplays Dak and outdoes Dak, what are you saying?
Right.
It's your turn. Dak, see you later. That hasn't happened yet. That's what happened to Romo. Dak came along, Romo got hurt, and that's all she wrote.
Happened to Drew Bledsoe. Happened to quite a few quarterbacks.
So Drew,
I'm trying to find.
Where's this other quarterback?
Dak is 18-24, 42.9%. Teams with over 10 wins, Dak is 54-16. Under 10 wins, I mean. Over 10 wins, 9-24. 18 wins and 24 losses against teams with a winning record above 500, resulting in a winning percentage of 42.9. So that is the answer. So, yes. Again.
Still has Mahomes, Drew. Your point?
All we're saying is when you say he's not those guys, statistically, it's a lot closer than you may think. He just needs to win in the playoffs. Where you saw this year, my question is it Jalen Hurts' fault that they lost this year in the playoffs, or was it the Eagles' fault? That's a question. Because if it's like whatever's fair for the Eagles, then it's fair, for everybody else. If you're saying the reason why the Eagles lost this Super Bowl, a 6.5 point favorite at home, is Jalen Hurts, then okay, If not, then what's the answer? Why did the Eagles lose at home? Dak is none of those guys because he never wins. Well, I just showed you all the numbers he won. So, again, if you're talking in the playoffs, why did the Eagles lose against the 49ers? Was it Jalen Hurts or was it, like, what was the reason? Yes, he's 2-5 in the playoffs. Correct.
It's, Drew's using the old, quarterbacks are judged by winning championships and what they do. It's kind of an unfair, unwritten, thing. The NFL is a team game. Yes, we look at our quarterbacks and winning championships, but it's an overall team game.
All right, I'll look it up. Did Jalen drop balls in a playoff game? So it's all right. I'm not saying it's Jalen's fault. I'm just asking you, why did they lose? You're saying it was drop balls. Okay.
Okay, I could say the same thing about Dak in 2016. Jeff Heath intercepts the ball, game over. Why are the fucking referees calling a phantom fucking holding call on Barry Church, Drew? Was that fucking Dak's fault? That was game over, Cowboys NFC Championship. So is that fucking Dak's fault, Drew?
Jalen Hurts, Jalen's career win-loss record.
Good point. I remember that game.
Drew, go back and watch that. It's game over. Jeff Heath intercepted the ball from Aaron Rodgers. Phantom fucking holding call on Barry Church. He won the game. NFC Championship.
Jalen Hurts is 66-36-1 career, including playoffs. College record 51-5. Highest winning percentage against teams with a winning record, minimum 15 starts. Yet he's, yet he's not like some of these other guys, statistically. Hurts has led the Eagles to the playoffs in every season since becoming the primary starter in 2021. So that's why I'm saying, why did he lose this year? It wasn't him, right? So either it is or it's not. Drew is fixed and has corrupted refs. NFL is fixed. Wade, Dak has thrown 5 interceptions in last year's 3 playoff games. Is that a team stat?
Drew, that loss against Green Bay, that whole team of ours collapsed, Drew. I'm not putting that loss on Dak Prescott. That was a team loss. The entire team was getting the shit kicked out of them, Drew. You cannot put that on Dak. Those 2 49ers games, you could hang maybe those 2 on Dak. But, there was some bullshit going on in that game. What was that throw where was it Trayvon Diggs that throw to Kettle where he could have intercepted that shit and it'd have been gone for a touchdown and he did. There was some bullshit that happened all across the board. The 2016 playoff game, Drew. 2016 playoff game. Go back. Jeff Heath intercepts the ball on Aaron Rodgers. It's game over. Dallas NFC Championship game for the first time in years. Phantom fucking holding call on Barry Church. That is not on fucking Dak, Drew.
Yeah, there might be some shit. Yeah, just looking at the Yeah,
really
interesting. Interesting.
5-3, not really that much.
Yeah, Dak definitely needs to step it up in the playoffs. There's no doubt.
Yeah, but it's really not that many interceptions really in the game to cause the game to be that bad, unless if that's on complete pick sixes or some shit or a fumble. You know what I mean?
CZ, Nad one.
Stats aren't on that, but
CZ low key loves Dak. He wants Dak to run the Eagles. See how Wade won't answer the question. What didn't you answer, Wade? Wade's getting a jittery right now. Logan, Nad, pass me a cold soda. Joe, explain 5 interceptions in the last 3 playoff games. You all right, Wade? Wade's on the side of the road. He's wrapped around a pole. I hope you're okay, brother. You didn't hit any black ice, did you? Walker Wade? Walker Wade. Through a Senior Bowl practice, 2:30 at NFL Network. Take care. Have a good one.
I gotta get going.
Yeah, I'm out of here. It was longer than I thought we'd be. But all right, everybody, hit the like button for me. We'll talk to you later. I might be doing something later. All right, have fun. Enjoy the weather out there. It's fucking nasty. Bye-bye, Wade. See ya.